gotta read it. I got a Christmas laugh this morning when I read this. A 20-year-old delivery man found himself in hot water on Monday after he shot off a schoolgirl's thumb while playing with an illegal gun. The article goes on to say, police said that investigators learned of the incident around 14:40 hours on Monday while the girl, 14, was receiving treatment at the Kitty Health Center. Ranks were sent to the location and they questioned the child on what led to her injury in the presence of her guardian. She told police that she was at a female friend's home in Norton Street, Working Ross, Georgetown, when the accidental shooting took place. She alleged that a female friend's boyfriend was playing with a gun when it suddenly went off. The next thing she recalled was a burning sensation to her left thumb, which was bleeding. The article goes on to say she claimed that the man went to his backyard and hid the firearm among some concrete blocks before taking her to the Kitty Health Center. The delivery man was present at the health center when the police arrived. He was promptly arrested following the girl's allegation. Here's the sweet part. Police took him back to the Norton Street house where they found the gun in the exact location which the girl mentioned earlier. The sweeter part now. Police described the weapon as a .32 pistol with a serial number filed off. It had one live round in the magazine when it was seized. Well, let me show you. I gotta show you this for you to believe. This is the revolver. This is how I give it away. But this is a pistol, according to the police. This is the .32 pistol with serial number filed off that had one round in the magazine when it was seized. They say this is it. What in there that they put? This is a police release. A police release. They describe this as a .32 pistol with one round in the magazine. My Lord. And we telling you about the corporate communication unit with these civilians. And this is what, so I don't know if the police who write to the statement and describe this as a .32 pistol. This is no pistol. And anybody, and the thing, yes, Carlton, they say, and this is what they're saying, it's today, Kaicho News. So if you all don't believe me, go and read today's Kaicho News. And the headline is, man shoots off schoolgirl thumb while playing with gun. That is the headline. And this is the .32 pistol with one round in the magazine. Oh my Lord. As a farmer, I was a firearm instructor. So, but I can't imagine, and therefore I know something about gun. But I believe any ordinary constable and any most ordinary citizen will know that this is not a pistol. This is not a pistol. This is a revolver. This is what they post, This is what they post. So I said, this is the laugh I got this morning. This is the laugh I got this morning. Let me bring in CC, man. CC, I don't know if you saw it, but if you did, I sure you would have reacted similar to how I reacted, man.
I saw it, and I was looking for the magazine. I didn't see the magazine. I see the chamber. I know the revolver carry chambers, And then sometimes I was pick up a gun from somewhere to Hawaii. Remember years ago during the trials on the East Coast there, a certain top-ranking man left TSU and ran to Buxton. They couldn't find a weapon, and he plunged in a trench and came up with a weapon, I know it was a 2 or a 3.8 or a 9mm. But you don't have to be a ballistic expert or a man who knows a lot about want to know the difference between a revolver and a pistol. A pistol carries a magazine. They trade get chambers. So there they go again.
Yeah, but the thing is, people might believe that these things are we're not picking on these people. We're not picking. These things are important because when you make a release like that and describe that gun that we just showed you as a .32 pistol with a round in the magazine, people laugh at you, and whatever you say, people do not believe. It stretches credulity when you say this thing. And it's not picking, but we are saying that if you're going to give a release to the media, you have to try to be more credible and more accurate so people can believe what you say. But when you, from the police corporate communication unit, issues a release to say that that is a pistol recovered with one round in the magazine, and then you put out a revolver and a magazine, then a pistol. That is not a pistol. So, and then anything you say thereafter, people tend not to believe. So that is the issue. It's one of competence, it's one of incompetence, more precisely, and it's one of credibility. When you're issuing statements, you have to make sure that you know what you're talking about. If you're there and you don't know about gun, find out. You have a lot of people around the system who would know what it is to advise you. And I get a strong suspicion that these releases are made by this unit that is controlled by civilians without any reference to the senior people in the force, because the extended squatter must know that that is not a pistol. He must know. He was a TSU for a number of years, and I'm sure that he knows. So even though you don't know the square mileage of Guyana, you gotta know that that is not a revolver, that is not a pistol, that is a revolver. So even though you don't want to drop off, they don't say the serial number file off, so you can drop the zeros that you can tell don't have any value. They must know. So it calls for a system that allows for checks before these releases are made to the public, because it is embarrassing, I'm sure. Many members of the force, I'm sure, are embarrassed by these releases. Many have communicated to me how embarrassed they are. Now, having said so, they're going to run to see who they start to slow, because I understand I get big thing when they're listening to people's phone and all of that and trying to find out who they start to slow and can we. A lot of these things are there. I like to say, nobody got to talk to slow. You giving the release. You are giving the release. And therefore, you're doing all manner of things. They're listening and they don't. Not so long ago, GHK Lal wrote a letter or article, I can't remember which. He said the people outside the household, they park up in tinted vehicles, they're spying on it. GHK Lal, everything is some time ago, he made that allegation. So they're listening to Paul to see who talking to Paul Slow and who talking to Conway. I understand some of the ranks are afraid, even though the people have been telling them that the program is very educational and encourage them to listen. They're frightened. God has said, people threaten them. If you listen, and you find out that you're listening, action is going to be taken against you. What action? They're going to transfer them to some far location, perhaps where there is no internet. So that is what it is. That is what it is. And yes, CC, anything else on this craziness, this new type pistol that the police inventing?
For us, they knew the serial number. The serial number is 0. They're familiar with 0.
So what is 0? Not to get value.
Not to get value.
All right, let me move on. Let me move on to the next subject.